Hey guys, sorry there wasn't an episode last week for Indie Spotlight. As you guys know, I was doing a live stream that weekend, and I was just absolutely exhausted from doing that because I was live streaming for about probably somewhere around 8 hours or so. So I was really tired, and I apologize that I did not get an episode of Indie Spotlight shot and ready for you guys. So this week, though, we are back. So get ready. We got ourselves a little bit of a new intro. We got some added stuff to it, thanks to someone putting in a little extra music. So, hope you enjoy. This is Indie Spotlight. Welcome to Indie Spotlight, the show where we take indie video game news, trailers, and new releases, and we get them out there for you guys to check out. As always, this week we are starting with trailers, and the first trailer that we have for you is Krautscape. Krautscape, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, please correct me in the comments below and tell me how terrible I am at pronouncing things. It looks like it's going to be a racing type game with some really cool little catches to it. Obviously, first off, the graphics, the aesthetic to it looks awesome. I really like it. I think it looks really, really cool and innovative, and I like that the car kind of has an organic feel. Obviously, when it brings out the wings, obviously it has that much more organic feel, and you are literally flying. And I think that's a really cool mechanic. It's been implemented in a lot of Mario Kart and other kart racing games, Sonic All-Stars Racing, for example. So it's been done, but that doesn't mean that it can't be done again really well. And it looks like this does it pretty awesome. So I'm extremely excited to see how this turns out. I will definitely be trying it out because I love these kart-type games. The next trailer that we have for you this week is Legend of Dungeon.
Many have spoken of this place. Of its great treasures, impossible monsters, its deadly traps, and powerful weapons. They say this dungeon is enchanted. It builds itself anew for those who venture within.
Legend of Dungeon obviously is looking to be a dungeon crawler type game with two-dimensional sprites but in a 3D type world, and it looks really cool. I really like anything that has 8-bit type sprites, but I think the fact that they're integrated with this 3D looking environment as well as the phenomenal 3D lighting effects makes it look like an absolute blast. And you can have multiple people playing, so it looks like it's going to be just a great fun game for you to get around with some of your buddies and some of your friends and just play and see how far you can get. It looks awesome. I can't wait. The final trailer that we have for you this week is from the same developer that made Thomas Was Alone. This game is called Volume. Medium looks to be a sneaking stealth type game, which I'm a pretty decent fan of. I like Splinter Cell. And this one actually looks to be very much kind of like the VR missions in Metal Gear Solid. At least that's how it looked to me. I'm a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is my favorite. The first one, at least for PS1, is my favorite game of all time. Even though I don't really consider Metal Gear Solid to be a stealth game, honestly. It's more of an action game, in my opinion, but it still looks really cool. I like the fact that it has this kind of VR look to it, and the robots and everything look very awesome. It looks like it's going to be taking kind of the original PS1 or the VR missions from Metal Gear Solid and really ramping up how the stealth abilities work. So hopefully this turns out to be really cool. It's from the same people who made Thomas Was Alone, so I expect something pretty brilliant. So you may remember a couple of weeks ago we showed the trailer for Teslagrad, and it looked like a really cool little title. The demo is now out, and you can go and download it over on Desura, as well as a direct link from their website. But there's some added bonuses to this. The people who are developing Teslagrad are running a competition, a speed run competition, for you to beat the game in a speed run, collecting all of the items, and basically getting through it as fast as you can, putting it up on YouTube. And the person who does the best and impresses the company the most will get a special CD of the Teslagrad soundtrack. So if you guys are really good at speedruns, you might want to give this a check it out. We'll be checking it out probably for a Quick Bits episode, just in general, not necessarily for the speedrun, but for you guys to kind of see what it looks like. So if you guys want to go download it, link is in the description. Shadow of the Eternals, the spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness, did not make its Kickstarter goal. Not necessarily very surprising news. There was a lot of problems with Precursor in terms of people who were heading Precursor, people who were heading the project, some really bad legal issues that were going on. The fact that their first Kickstarter was taken down. They were supposed to raise $750,000. They only ended up raising a little under $400,000. And my question for you guys is, how do you feel about this? Were you guys excited for this? Were you not excited? Were you upset? Were you kind of anti this game because of the people who were involved with it? I know that I never really knew much about the people who had designed the original game until I heard about Shadow of the Eternals, and then I heard all of this stuff about what had happened beforehand. I never donated to it, but I never necessarily was against it either. I just kind of was indifferent to it. But we would like to know what your opinion is. What did you think about this whole fiasco with Shadow of the Eternals? And would you like to see the game be developed in some way, shape, or form? Leave your comments below. Alright, new releases that we have for you this week. We have Dream Machine the 4th, and then we have Race the Sun. But thank you so much for watching this episode of Indie Spotlight. As always, if you have any information on news, trailers, or new releases that you would like to let us know about, you can hit me up at Twitter at twitter.com/Dazerin, Ryan at twitter.com/MasterBlood, or VVGTV at twitter.com/VVGTV. As always, I'm your host, Kyle Locke, and I will see you next week when we talk more about indie video game news, trailers, and new releases. And no, I won't be taking the week off because I won't be doing a live stream or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about it. So I'll see you guys next week.